Today, we're back with one of this channel's regular features, the Indie Showcase, a video entirely dedicated to some truly interesting projects from independent developers. Maybe you'll discover something you've never heard of, or maybe not. Either way, if a title looks interesting to you, let me know in the comments and add it to your wish lists to support it. But enough chat, let's start.
Привет, my friend! Just moved to Solar 30.
Let me open this showcase with Synchro. It's a roguelite RPG featuring 2D combat arenas and a timeline mechanic that lets you plot your moves by previewing exactly how the enemy will move and strike.
In sync.
Developed by indie studio Comisoft, Synchro throws you into a post-apocalyptic future where a ruthless corporation conducts inhumane experiments. I don't expect much from the story, but I have high hopes for its combat system.
Fitch HQ, weapon mods, neural implants? Haha, baby! And the new recruits are pulling their weight too. It grew on me now, this place. Feels like home already. People here, kind souls. Generous too, if you know what I mean. Stray animals here though. Good thing they're mostly harmless. Life here, like vodka, burns at first and warms you right up. Between you and me, this fight is rotting something inside me. I never thought I'd say this, but this place really lacks you. So, you coming or what? Hello? Hello?
The next title on the list is Malys, developed by Summerfall Studios, and it's already available in early access on Steam. In this card-driven roguelite, you step into the shoes of Noah, a demon hunter performing exorcisms to cleanse the spirits of unlucky souls. Burn cards to light candles, then spend that sacred flame to unleash holy and arcane powers, all while managing Noah's dwindling will. What struck me most about this title is its art style, but judging by the reviews so far, it's not just eye candy.
I was crowned young.
Let's move into a genre I love, Fire Emblem style RPGs. Enter Curse of Dominion, a truly indie project from Tar Games that promises dozens upon dozens of hours of strategic, grid-based combat. The combat system delivers everything you'd expect from this genre: square grid maps, an attack preview feature showing exactly how your strike will land, a variety of weapon types, each with its own pros and cons, and a bond-building mechanic to deepen relationships between party members. So far, all standard fare. Where Curse of Dominion breaks the mold is by tasking you not only with tactical skirmishes, but also with capturing and holding territories, layering in elements straight out of a grand strategy game. Not bad for an indie title. You can try the demo on Steam now, while the full release is slated for 2027.
Or curse. It is my burden. And the war has just begun.
When I introduced Runa on TBL, I called it an ambitious RPG, aiming to fuse Final Fantasy X with the Persona series, because that's exactly the experiment Fennec Studio is undertaking. Runa is probably one of the most anticipated JRPG-inspired games. Its visuals couldn't look less like a grassroots indie, evoking the polish of Square's 10th mainline installment, while its social and romance mechanics draw straight from Persona's playbook. As for the combat, Runa stays true to the genre. You can swap in a reserve party member without losing your turn, chain powerful group attacks, and leverage the elemental break system to shatter enemy defenses in just a few rounds. It's definitely one of my most anticipated titles. For now, you'll have to make do with the details on its official page or check out the Kickstarter campaign, which, unsurprisingly, smashed its funding goals. It's headed to PC and consoles, though no release date has been announced yet. If you can't wait to dive into something new, check out Paradigm Island, a brand new isometric RPG from Endall Entertainment that is already available on Steam. You step into the boots of Mike, a young mercenary who's up against a challenge far tougher than any monster or armed foe, real life itself. Paradigm Island channels Disco Elysium-style storytelling, resting its entire narrative on your choices and the personality you forge for your alter ego. Speaking of fresh things to the table, Mythswayer from Angry Cat Studios might just be the most original pick yet. This tactical RPG puts you in the shoes of a hero with a truly unique power. The ability to wield magical ink to reshape the very environments you explore. Need to scale a cliff? Just ink some columns into existence and climb. Want to topple an unsuspecting foe? Erase the ground beneath them and watch gravity do the rest. And that's only scratching the surface. Visually, it's absolutely charming, and its combat system is deeply tactical, letting you develop your hero freely, beyond any rigid class restrictions. A demo is already live so that you can dive in and toy with Mythswayer's mechanics right now. Another early access game you can already play is Deathring: The Second Impact, a tactical roguelite that puts you in the cockpit of a super mega robot to tackle a mutant menace. Developed by Rouge Maker, Deathring delivers deep mech customization. You'll outfit your assigned units with modules, weapons, and gear that all impact your battlefield performance. Missions kick off with emergency distress calls, and you'll scramble across grid-based maps to answer them against the clock. Though it'll stay in early access for a while, there's already plenty of content to keep you entertained. Now, let me show you something both visually striking and truly original: Wretch, Divine Ascent from Ogopogo. At its core, it's an inventory management system wrapped inside a fighting game. Street Fighter meets an inventory management system in Wretch, Divine Ascent.
Hope you packed wisely. The road ahead is long and unforgiving.
Set in gritty medieval arenas, everyone versus one PvP clash hinges on your character's loadout, and your choice of gear directly shapes the skills and combos you can pull off. A demo's already live, letting you pick from 3 distinct fighters and dive into the game's mechanics.
That uncanny force, what breaks them. Taste of triumph is but a phantom's feast. He devours it, yet starves still.
Let's shift gears to Tuoni, a traditional roguelike from indie developer Old Dog. In this RPG, you'll venture through wild lands soaked in Finnish culture and myth, enjoying a completely open character progression system. Mix and match between brute force physical builds, shamanic magic, and elemental enchantments, all while you explore procedurally generated maps and fight to survive. The release window is currently set for 2026, though there's a chance a demo will surface later this year. Next on the list is Crux Diaries, a CRPG-inspired project that aims to marry Disco Elysium's rich branching narrative with the tactical combat that, let's be honest, any true RPG fan sees as non-negotiable. Developer Craftology drops you into an alternate Eastern Europe on the brink of civil war. Expect deep quests, rival factions, a host of NPCs to engage with, and a turn-based combat system that'll feel immediately familiar if you've ever spent time in the wastelands of Fallout. Crux Diaries was only just announced, so details on its release date and playable builds are still forthcoming. And now, here I am to one of my most anticipated, The Severed Gods. This JRPG-inspired gem boasts a multi-layered combat system, monsters you face have distinct body parts, and it's on you to decide which to strike to avert counterattacks or disable their most devastating moves. Visually, and in terms of gameplay, it's reminiscent of Octopath Traveler, but it plays like a roguelite. Each defeat sends you back to square one, armed with new insights and abilities unlocked by developing the game's various villages. think this project from the Vietnamese team Topbox is extremely promising, with the target release in 2026.
You must engage the darkness.
Another JRPG-inspired standout, notable for both its gameplay dynamics and its art style, Beckoned from Zaid Studios. This is a meticulously handcrafted RPG built by two brothers working around the clock on the project. They've even released a companion comic book to help set up the game's narrative and give us some extra context.
It will be difficult.
In Beckoned, you'll step into the shoes of Touge on a quest for a crystal pendant. It blends survival mechanics with a dynamic combat system that lets you dodge enemy strikes and even interrupt an opponent's turn to land a counterattack. To me, this one's definitely worth keeping on your radar, and there's already a prototype demo you can try on Steam. And we'll wrap up with a title and series that arguably needs no introduction in the indie scene: Avernum. Jeff Vogel's Spiderweb Software just announced a remake of the series' fourth chapter, aptly subtitled Greed and Glory. True to form, you'll sink countless hours scouring the sprawling underground of Avernum. Expect an avalanche of quests, warring factions, bizarre creatures, and the trademark tactical combat that will put your party building skills to the test. It's set to launch in October 2025. That's everything I've got for this indie RPG showcase. Let me know if you found something interesting or not. See you at the next one.